What it do, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world? It's your boy Darren. I'm back again at y'all with another banger. You know, it just news just keeps popping up left and right about Marvel and everything. We actually got from Cosmic Wonder today. We got some Phase Six projects revealed and some rumors and leaks that are out right now about upcoming Marvel projects. And because they switched up a whole bunch of different stuff there. They got rid of some things and introduced some new stuff. So supposedly there's some leaks and stuff going on right now about some upcoming projects that are about to happen for Marvel. We're gonna go ahead and get into this video and see what Cosmic Wonder is talking about with these projects, because I'm looking forward to Marvel getting back on track with their movies. They've been a little off with the movies lately, except for Deadpool and Wolverine. Still a good movie, very rewatchable movie. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this video. See what they talking about. See what the next upcoming Marvel projects and rumors are. So let's get into it.
Not reveal Phase 6 at San Diego Comic-Con, we still have a pretty good idea of what is going to be a part of Phase 6. We're expecting movies like Thor 5, Doctor Strange 3, Black Panther 3. Some of these we know that we are getting. However, recently there have been a lot of reports about new shows and new movies coming to the MCU. And what's really interesting is that this is a combination of not just movies and shows, but also animated projects, and animated projects that will be both movies and shows. So not just TV series on Disney Plus that will be animated, but it sounds like Marvel might have an animated movie up their sleeves. And it sounds like Marvel Studios has recently spent a ton of money on a Wakanda project.
Yeah, I heard about that. The Eyes of Wakanda or whatever. That's probably gonna be a pretty amazing cartoon. Just to get more backstory about Wakanda, because there's a lot of people out there that don't know the backstory about Wakanda and whatever going on around the whole city of Wakanda, because we literally only seen one little section of Wakanda. Wakanda's a huge nation that nobody knows about, so we've just barely touched the surface of what Wakanda is. So when they release that Eyes of Wakanda TV series, we're gonna get a little bit more in depth with the backstory of Wakanda.
Lot to talk about today, as we'll go over the confirmed shows, the leaked shows, the rumored shows, etc. Basically what we have heard so far we'll go over today, but let's start with Shang-Chi because this is official. This is coming from Simu Liu himself. In a recent interview when he was asked about a sequel to Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi 2, he stated, "A lot of it is above my pay grade, but it's definitely happening. So just very excited to kind of work on it, and it's going to be amazing. I really can't say anything beyond that." So right here, Simu Liu says that Shang-Chi 2 is definitely happening, and this makes sense considering he was supposed to be one of the main characters in Kang Dynasty. Now,
And to touch on Shang-Chi, they didn't even use him. Like, you seen him in the movie, and after that he was ghosted. I don't even know what was going on. No, none of that, which is crazy. I mean, they should have never just shelved him like that. He's supposed to be one of the main characters in Kang Dynasty. He should be featured in different movies, showing up, or just little Easter eggs of him or whatever. But let's go ahead and get back into it.
unfortunately, everything really changed with Kang Dynasty. It's obviously not called Kang Dynasty anymore. Kang is no longer the villain of Avengers 5, but now it's Doom. Robert Downey Jr. is returning to play Doom, and we have Avengers Doomsday now. And this part you might not have heard because the news just came out today, but Simu Liu's Shang-Chi was supposed to be one of the key players of Avengers Kang Dynasty. This was released today by Inverse. According to Inverse, Marvel Studios kept Shang-Chi as one of the main leads in Avengers 5. However, the plot idea was not finalized and the studio transformed it into Kang Dynasty, but of course, Marvel has since completely redone Avengers Kang Dynasty into Avengers Doomsday. So whatever plans they had before, unfortunately, were scrapped. However, some good news, according to Inverse again, Avengers Doomsday may still give characters like Shang-Chi the role they deserve, along with big follow-up roles in Avengers Secret Wars. So we have a Shang-Chi 2 coming, and then Shang-Chi should be a pretty big character in Avengers Doomsday. Now, before it was easy to link Shang-Chi with Kang because the 10 rings were supposed to be Kang tech. That was technology that Kang made. However, now it's kind of unclear how they're going to connect him to the overall Doomsday arc, which we really don't know what it is yet. But hopefully, fingers crossed, since Shang-Chi 2 will probably come out before Avengers Doomsday.
I think they could just have him as a key component of, maybe Doctor Doom, knows about the Bengals. I mean, not Bengals, but the rings. I'm sorry. Maybe he knows about the rings and knows how much power they have, and maybe that will, help him gain more power by having those rings. So maybe that could be a good key component of Doctor Doom knowing about, those rings.
Possibly after, but most likely before. Hopefully, he gets a pretty decent sized role in those Avengers films. So, Shang-Chi 3 is confirmed. Now, the next one is coming from insider Daniel RPK. He had a very good track record with his scoops for Deadpool and Wolverine, and he now reports that a live action series called World of Wakanda is in development right now at Marvel Studios. Now, this is different than the project Eyes of Wakanda. We'll talk about both here, but the big thing to note is that World of Wakanda is going to be live action and Eyes of Wakanda is going to be animated. But
Nice.
Here's the interesting thing about Eyes of Wakanda. A while ago, Forbes reported that there was a secret animated project officially in the works at Marvel Studios, and the studio is said to have already spent over $19.6 million on the project. That's a lot
of money
for an animated project, but
That
according
is a
to
lot
Daniel
of money.
RPK, this project is indeed Eyes of Wakanda. And based off of what we've heard so far, the animation for this is going to be quite unique. And I hope so, because for $20 million for an animated project, we better be getting something good. So 2 projects that are coming, Eyes of Wakanda and World.
I have no doubt that Eyes of Wakanda is going to be good. I mean, you got Ryan Coogler, doing the story for it. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. He did a good job on both Black Panther movies. So even though a lot of people don't like the second one that much, I still enjoy the second movie. But I think the animated series is going to do good.
World of Wakanda. And again, World of Wakanda is going to be a live action series, and perhaps this is where we find out the fate of T'Challa. This is something that a lot of people have really been wondering about. What exactly is going to happen with T'Challa's son, who is also named T'Challa? A lot of people obviously assume that he's going to go on to be the Black Panther. The only problem is he's a child right now. How do they kind of age him up to be kind of the same age as everybody else? Or maybe they don't do that. The Young Avengers are coming, and that's another project we'll talk about in this video. But right now, he's even too young to be a part of the Young Avengers, but perhaps in the future, that's where he could join. It's a bit of a mystery right now, which is why I think a lot of people are actually looking forward to a live action Wakanda project to kind of, at least hopefully, figure out what the heck's going on that front.
Yeah, because, I don't know how far Avengers, Doomsday and everything are going to take place, but, if they want Black Panther to be a part of that, then they're going to have to age him up somehow. So I don't know, I don't know how many years is going to be in between that and everything, but yeah, I mean, everybody wants to see Black Panther back after the death and everything. And, it kind of put a hold on everything that was going on with Black Panther. Them switching up to making Shuri the Black Panther and everything. And, people were mixed about that, even though it is in the comic and it wasn't nothing, they just made up. It was a comic book accurate thing, but people just don't want to see her as held in the mantle of Black Panther in the movies. They want to see T'Challa or T'Challa's son. So just got to figure out how to age him up a little bit to either make him a teenager or, early 20s or something like that. So, but we'll see.
Now, as far as Eyes of Wakanda is concerned, Daniel RPK did give a little bit of information about it. It will feature time travel. A group of Wakandans will travel back in time to stop the Horde from destroying the world. The show takes place on the sacred timeline. And that is quite interesting because if this ends up being true, then it is canon to the MCU. An animated show is canon. We are in the multiverse saga right now. Anything is possible, but this also means that What If could be canon. Marvel Zombies could be canon. Anything that's animated could be canon if they deem it to be canon.
And from what I heard, it actually is going to be canon because they're actually going to bring back a variant of Natasha Romanoff, and they're going to bring back a character of Steve Rogers. And they're going to bring back variants of them that are actually from the What If. That's from what I heard. So, we'll see.
Canon. And again, that is the multiverse saga for you. Really, anything is possible. But this is, I believe, the first time that we've ever heard of an animated project actually being canon and taking place on the sacred timeline. Now, another interesting rumor about Eyes of Wakanda is that Iron Fist is actually supposed to debut in this animated project. And if that is true, that would make Iron Fist canon to the MCU. Something that I think a lot of people might want to see. But go ahead and let me know your thoughts about that in the comments down below. Now, we mentioned the Young Avengers. This project is obviously coming. It was set up at the end of the Marvels, and from what we've heard so far, the Young Avengers are actually going to play quite a decent sized role in the upcoming Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars films. And we've actually heard something incredibly interesting lately that involves the Young Avengers, and I'm gonna go ahead and go into the Vision series, which is confirmed. Kevin Feige himself has confirmed this. But we've heard a recent rumor from Daniel RPK. He reported that Marvel Studios wants Javon Walton to portray the Teen in Vision Quest.
Days ago.
Now, the reason that this is so interesting is that Joe Locke is apparently playing a character named the Teen in Agatha All Along. But we believe he is going to be playing Wanda's son, Wiccan. So what's interesting about another character that is supposed to be Vision's son being called Teen in the Vision Quest series is that this could actually end up being Speed. And this could be how Wanda's kids actually return, and this could be how Wanda and Vision actually reunite with each other. Perhaps Wanda does sense that her kids have somehow reincarnated, which is basically something that happens in the comics, and she finds them and she finds Vision.
Yeah, they are reincarnated in the comic book, but it's by like pieces of Mephisto or something like that. But yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it in the series. I mean, in the live action. So, but we'll see. We'll see.
Granted, a slightly different Vision, but he should have all of the memories that the other Vision had. So these two projects are going to be, well, really three projects if you include Agatha All Along, because that's where Billy or Teen or Wiccan, whatever you want to call him, is going to be introduced. So these three projects are going to be very important because this is how Wanda could reunite with everybody. Now, as far as the Wanda solo project is concerned, we haven't really heard anything about this recently. We'll do an update video on that soon, but really there hasn't been a ton new that has happened recently. This is the most recent news that makes us think that she is coming back, and this is how, because her kids become reincarnated, they return, and she goes and she finds them and Vision. Let's hope. Then we have a Power Pack series, and this was reported by Daniel RPK as well. According to him, it's in development right now at Marvel Studios, and we've heard rumblings about this project for a pretty long time now.
I don't know anything about Power Pack. This is new to me. I've heard the name before, but I don't know who's in the group and everything for Power Pack.
Years, actually. Now, the Power Pack is a team of 4 siblings: Alex Power, Julie Power, Jack Power, and Katie Power, hence the Power Pack. When a dying alien called Whitney gives each one of them one of his 4 superpowers, they obviously gain these powers, and he gives them the power so they can protect their planet from alien conquerors known as the Snarks. And thus the Power Pack is formed. And Franklin Richards has a big connection to the Power Pack. And since he is officially coming in the Fantastic Four, perhaps Marvel Studios has decided that now is the time to finally release this animated Power Pack series. And now that Marvel Studios has the Marvel Animation banner, it does seem like they are ramping up the animated projects, which is kind of cool if you like the animated projects. And
just hopefully they can be on DC level when it comes to the animated, because DC movies, as far as they haven't been all that good, but as far as DC's animated stuff is up there, their animated stuff is good. Just hopefully Marvel can get up there with that animated level, because animated stuff is, it takes over. A lot of people like animation. and anime and all that stuff. So if they do it good, then they can do good.
And if you don't, it doesn't really seem like these are going to be too crucial to watch or a necessity to watch before, let's say, the next Avengers films. Now, these are all the most solid projects that are pretty much believed to actually be happening. There are some rumors of other projects like The Runaways, MI13, Moon Knight Season 2, Blonde
Yeah,
Phantom, which is rumored to possibly have Taylor Swift play the main character, and a Hawkeye Season 2 as
never
well,
heard of
which
Blonde
we
Phantom.
believe is probably more true than not. In fact, this one seems to be pretty much confirmed. But there's also the Wong Academy that we've heard about as well, and it's been said that the Eternals story might actually end up continuing in an animated series. According to Kevin Feige, Eternals
Heard
2
about that
has
too.
been scrapped for now. They are not going to continue that story unless it's in animated form. So really, Marvel Studios does have a lot planned for Phase 6. And we've even heard that Marvel Studios has a lot planned for after Phase 6, which does make sense. It makes sense that they would plan very far out. Kevin Feige has said in the
Yeah, they've said in the past that I've planned out like 10 years of stuff or something like that, from what I've heard.
past. They plan 5 years out of what they've
Oh,
already
five
announced,
years
which
out.
means
Sorry,
they
my
should
bad.
have 5 years past
5.
Avengers Secret Wars planned. And that's not too hard with the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and possibly a new Avengers team. That should be really exciting, but it's also exciting to see what's coming up. Go ahead and let me know which project you would be most excited about in the comments down below. And please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the recent news, rumors, or leaks. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as well. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
Thank you, Cosmic Wonder, for that one. I mean, that gets me a little excited, rubbing my hands or whatever. That gets me a little excited to see what the future holds for Marvel. Hopefully, they can get some good writing and get some good animation and, everything for everything all around in Marvel. I'm ready to see them back on top again. It took a little drought after Endgame, but, you know, ready to see Marvel back on top again. Really am. I miss those days of being excited for the Marvel movies and stuff like that. You know, y'all never got to see my reactions, but I didn't do anything before then. But every time they was releasing, phase what is it, phase 3, phase 2, and all that stuff, I was super excited to see all this stuff. And but hopefully this gives me hope that they can get it together and do what they need to do. But if y'all, have anything to say, leave your comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. Let your boy know, let y'all know when I'm uploading everything. But until then, y'all have a good day. Peace out, y'all.